Hello, everyone. Welcome back to OpenLine. We are talking about pets tonight. We're talking about the new Williamson County Animal Shelter. Scott Pieper is with us. He's the community outreach coordinator with that new shelter. He's joining us from the lobby of the state-of-the-art new facility down there. And we're talking all kinds of pet stuff. But you all have a program down there called Book Buddies. What is that all about?
We do. So Book Buddies is a program that we were doing actually before the pandemic, and it got put on pause as we got through that. And then as we went through our move into the new building here, but we just relaunched it. And what it is, it's an opportunity for children ages 5 to 12 to come in and read to the cats in one of our, we have 8 free roaming cat rooms here. So after a very brief and hopefully enjoyable orientation, a book buddy can come to the center with their parent and go into one of the free roaming catios, as we call them, and read to the cats. And it's a great way for not only us, it gives us a great opportunity to socialize the cats, which helps make them more adoptable, but it's also, it is a safe place for kids to practice their reading skills as well. So it's a win-win.
So this is for kids 5 to 12 years old, is that right?
That is correct.
And that is the cutest picture. So how did you come up with this? How did this come about?
It was started several years ago, and you know, we have had everybody here is always very creative and passionate about finding ways to make our animals more adoptable, and you know, it really is a big goal of ours, a directive of ours. We really want to connect with the community as well. So it is obviously about the animals, but it is about the community and the community members as well. So we're always looking for ways that we can bring those two together. And someone had heard of another shelter doing this somewhere, and so we brought it here and made it available to our guests.
Now, how do the cats feel about this?
It's really neat. The cats, some of them will take a little bit more time to warm up, but in the orientation that I mentioned, you know, we talk about how when you enter one of the catios, the free roaming cat rooms, you know, not to go in and just not go directly at the cat, you know, just find a spot to sit down and really just start reading, and let the cat come to you. Cats like to be in control, as I think most of us know. So we encourage the children just to go in and sit down and start reading, and more times than not, the cat will warm up and want to come over and see what's going on, and it's a really neat experience.
Oh, so when you first said this, I thought maybe you picked out one cat and you put the cat in a room with someone who's reading, but it's not that way. The person goes in, the kid goes into a room where there are lots of cats, and the cats decide if they want to come up.
Right, yeah. So I probably didn't describe the free roaming room very well, what we call the catios. We have 8 of them here, and each of them can hold up to 9 cats. And there's an indoor portion of the room, but then the real catio is they can go through a little cat door, just like a dog door. They can walk out and go into a screened-in area, so they get the comfort of inside, but also the outside experience that cats love so much. So it's in these rooms that the Book Buddy participants can go into. So yeah, they go into a room and sit down where there will be several cats already walking around doing their thing and start reading.
All right, what is an education room? You all have those, right? What is that?
We do. We're so excited. This is one of the new additions. This is something we did not have at the old building. And just another way to engage the community. We have an education room here, a community education center. We can host up to 100 people, and it gives us the opportunity to have things such as lunch and learns. We've started a program for scouts to come in and visit and earn their pet badges. So this room gives us the space to engage the community in ways that we just didn't have before, and we are so excited. You know, I think a lot of people, when they think of the animal center, you know, they think of adoption and they think of animal control enforcement, but two other aspects of our mission are education, and as we've already talked about, pet population control, but education is in our mission statement, and it's a big part of what we do, and we just couldn't be happier to have this new room to offer programs that we weren't able to offer before.
So what would the thing be that you would most want people to take away? You say you want to educate, so let's say you go through this, you know, an education room. What would you hope they take away from that?
Just that we are a resource for the community, that we are much more than, you know, the dog catcher. So, yeah, we want to, we welcome feedback and we will try to keep data and statistics, but, you know, nothing is better than feedback from the community of programs and services that would help them. You know, that's what led to starting our Paw Pantry program, that allows us to provide free pet food to Williamson County residents that may not be able to afford feeding their pets, need a little assistance to get through month to month. So yeah, so that we're a resource, and we want to learn how we can help.
Excellent. What about the fostering process? Walk us through that.
Fostering, yes. So we talked about kitten season and all that, the number of cats that can go along with that. So fosters are very essential to us getting through kitten season. Oftentimes when kittens come in, they are too young to be adopted. So we will place them with foster parents. We had 960 pets fostered last year. I think it was about 125 active foster families helped reach that number. So yeah, so if we get an animal that's too young to be adopted, or maybe needs a little time to recover from medical treatment, it could be needs just a little bit more attention, one-on-one socialization skills. Foster families, foster parents, they help us in many ways, again, make the pet more adoptable, which is the end goal.
You said 125 foster families. Do you need more?
Yes. And if somebody's interested, they can call the Animal Center and ask to speak to our foster coordinator, and she will get them set up. And one of the really cool things about our fostering program is that we provide the family with everything that they will need. So there's no out-of-pocket expense. They just need to be able to provide a space for it. Most predominantly it's kittens, but the space for the animals and the time and care for the animal. But we provide all the food, all the bedding, if there's any medical treatments that are needed, we provide all of that to our foster family.
And would you spay or neuter that cat?
Absolutely.
That's part of it.
All of the animals that leave here through adoption have all been spayed or neutered, microchipped, and are current on their vaccinations.
Oh, wow. That's great. All right. So 125 foster families. What is all right, so you say I guess cats, and especially this time of year, that's the #1 thing. How long would you keep a kitten? What's kind of the experience of a foster family? Do you turn one in and you immediately get another? Like, how many cats overall might you have? Kind of walk us through what a foster family might expect.
Okay, yeah, they can't, and it's really tailored to what they, to the experience that they want. So it could be kittens, it could be older, sometimes senior animals need a foster family. So it's really tailored to their experience. I don't know if you've ever heard the term foster fails, but that's a real thing. And that's when an animal goes with a family to be fostered, but then ends up staying with that family. So that happens. But in general, so if somebody could let the foster coordinator know, like, this is the experience that I'm looking for. I want just a few kittens that are pretty easy to take care of. And I want to do it for, a couple months, and she'll do her best to get exactly that experience for that person. Others, we are extremely fortunate that, we have fosters that want to take care of the bottle babies, the kittens that need to be hand fed for a little while. So it really can be very closely tailored to the experience that somebody wants.
And what about with dogs?
Dogs, we do have fosters for dogs as well. It's not as much, not as many as the cats and kittens, but we do have fosters for puppies and dogs. And again, it's particularly younger puppies. We want them to be a certain weight and certain health status, get spayed and neutered before they're able to be adopted. So just not as many puppies as cats.
Right. All right, fascinating. See, that's all great. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back, continue our discussion. If you want to call in, there's a number, 615-737-PLUS, 615-737-7587. Take a break. Be back right after this.